All right, everyone. We are here back with Nerdcamp Sports. I'm your host, Mike Williams. We got Raja Anthony Ali back this week and Brandon as well. R&B will be joining us shortly. How you gentlemen doing this Monday evening? This Columbus Day Monday.
Let's go Bills.
Oh, what kickoffs in what about 5 minutes or so?
Yeah, just about.
What were you gonna say, Raj?
No, I'm saying I'm doing as good as I can considering what happened in London earlier on Sunday.
Oh,
With the
That was
Jets, man.
that was the worst thing to happen to Britain since the Revolutionary War.
Yes, absolutely, man. I can't believe it. I'm still in shock. But we'll get to that though. We'll get to that a
well,
little bit later.
we'll get to that. But I'm gonna start with the I'm gonna start with last Thursday's game. Last Thursday, I seen something that I wasn't ready for. I seen Jackson Dart
Pick
come
apart.
in, come in, and break my heart because the Steelers had ample opportunity to draft him too, and did not.
It's true. That is true.
They had ample opportunity to draft him too. This guy's in here.
At
This
least you're
guy's
doing good.
in here. Huh?
At least you're doing good though. That would have been double.
Yeah, but we still got to prepare for the future. That's not here nor there. The fact is that Jackson Dart has come in and has brought life to a lifeless team. And the only regret I have right now for them is that they're missing their top target. Him and Malik Neighbors is going to be special. Once he gets back from his ACL injury next season. But I'm going to start with you, Raj. What were your thoughts on Jackson Dart coming in, commanding this game? And you know, and I can and I've told people this. He's got I do see a lot of Josh Allen in the way he plays. I see a lot of it. Um, the way he controls the game and just certain mannerisms. But what were your thoughts on him just coming in, commanding this game, and saying, "I don't care that you're the Super Bowl champions. Go fuck yourselves."
Were you referring to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry about that. It cut off. It cut in and out. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Now we can. Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm happy that the Giants actually beat the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that team is horrible. I hate watching them play. I hate their fans. I hate the fact that you got Jalen Hurts to act like he doesn't care about anything. I don't know what he cares about. He's so nonchalant. So to see someone with passion like Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo going out there putting belt to that really made me feel good about this because they could have went out there and lost. They could have got swept, by the Philadelphia Eagles, but Jackson Dart said, "Nah, we're not doing that." He put up 195 yards and a touchdown. Cam Scatterboo 98 yards on 19 carries and 3 touchdowns. Three. Okay? So both of these guys, rookies. I feel bad because there's teams out there like the Jets who overlooked both of these guys and could have drafted them. But we didn't. But it's all good. I'm glad that the Giants got them. But one thing I want to say outside of, the Giants actually winning is I was correct once again. Russell Wilson is freaking washed. I told everybody. I told you guys a few weeks ago. I said, watch. This is going to happen. He's going to look like an old ass man, and no one's going to respect him. And look at what's happening right now. You have the whole freaking Giants universe behind Jackson Dart right now, and nobody respects Russell Wilson because he's not a locker room guy and he's not a good quarterback anymore. That's all. That's my take on this whole situation.
So, Brandon, do you believe that this loss for this game told more about the Giants' future as an organization, or do you feel it told more about Philly moving forward through the season?
I definitely feel like it tells more about what we're going to see from Philadelphia this season than what we're going to see from the Giants past this season. We've got to see more consistency from that. As awesome as Cam Scatterbo is, we got to hope that he doesn't, become injured in some way just from the way he runs. So it's like they're fun to watch, and this is it's exciting to see the Giants getting some traction and becoming a little relevant. They're still 2-4. They got to but they get another chance to beat this same team in 2 weeks. So there's there is a lot to be excited about, but there also has to be a lot that goes right. And unfortunately, it really sucks that they lost middle league neighbors, which I do think puts into perspective just how good of a win this really was that they did that without him. So
Absolutely.
but it's Philadelphia. Just you lost this game, and I think Raj will appreciate that. I really think that they look like the Floyd Mayweather of the NFL right now. Like they are the champion, and they play boring as hell. Like,
yep.
So we're not really. You're not really likable. So I would definitely say that it looks like we're going to see more. Not to say that they can't turn it around. I mean, the Eagles are still 4-2. They still have the pieces to get things done, but it does feel like they feel a little disjointed, and it doesn't feel like there's enough internal leadership, whether it be at the coach or at the quarterback, or whether it be I would say Nick Sirianni is like the perfect embodiment of Philadelphia. And then you've got Jalen Hurts, who, like Raj said, is just so nonchalant. He's basically like Jay-Z or Drake, like with how just I don't care about anything. So I would just I'm gonna lean with we might see more from Philly than this guarantees that we're gonna see success from the Giants.
Okay, I respect that. I'm gonna say this. Philly has no identity. And the thing is, when you watch the way they play, they don't stick to one thing. Like, do you want to run the ball? Do you want to throw the ball? And then when you start, like you look at last week's game against Denver, they came out throwing the ball and it had success, then they went away from it. And it's like, okay, well, now what are you doing? Saquon isn't running the ball nowhere close to how he ran it last year. Excuse me. So they don't have that safety net to rely on, because without Saquon Barkley last season, they don't win the Super Bowl. So if I'm Philly, I need to figure out how if I'm Philly, I need to figure out how we get an identity to win. Those first 4 games isn't how you win games. Like you went 4-0, cool, but that ain't how you win games. The last 2 weeks it hasn't worked. So now you need to go back and figure out what works. You need to figure out what it is and get an identity. Because I'm looking at 2-4-2, right? I'm looking at a Commanders team that's going to play tonight. I'm expecting them to get their footing under them. I'm looking at a Giants team who's playing every game like their last with the resurgence of this quarterback. And then listen, we gonna crack on them later, because I don't know how the hell Dallas lost yesterday. Because I don't know how.
Oh God, that's out for sure, bro.
I don't know how Dallas lost yesterday, but what was the flag is the question.
I knew it was coming.
On the first play?
Damn. I don't know how Dallas lost yesterday, but
Ah,
Oh,
oh man,
that was really wonky.
oh that sucks.
we're already. We're already. That did not take long for us to shoot ourselves in the foot. Here we go. Here we go.
So yeah, I don't know how Dallas lost yesterday,
I do.
but it sounds like a segue to me.
Tell
You
us
can
how.
start with it because that's one of the things. I married a couple yesterday, so I missed a lot of the 1 o'clock window. So what happened
Oh
with
man,
Dallas
congrats.
yesterday?
Well, first and foremost, congratulations on your I can't pronounce it. Dang it, man. I'm so excited.
Appreciate it.
But congratulations, man. Officiating. I don't know why I couldn't say it. Look, Dallas, Dallas, they're so like hit or miss. But the afternoon they had going up against the Carolina Panthers, and Rico Dow went the hell off. And I'm excited about it because in one of my fantasy teams, he put up like 200 plus yards in his scrimmage. So we talking about
206.
206 to be exact. 30 carries for 183 yards. And man, I mean, if he would have got a touchdown, he would have probably had a 50 burger in fantasy. But my point is, this dude is on an absolute tear. That's how the Dallas Cowboys lost because they couldn't stop the run. And then also, Bryce Young surprisingly played really, really clean. Their defense showed up. And, honestly, I didn't know they was going to you know, Dow, put them in a situation where basically they have Dowell doing everything. They have him playing running back. They have him playing wide receiver. I mean, he really went off last night, man. He put up incredible numbers. So that's how Dallas lost.
Dallas has one of the worst defenses in the NFL for sure.
That is a fact.
I keep telling y'all about Kyrie Elam, and I'm just going to keep saying it.
Now that puts Carolina at 3-3.
Yeah.
Is it and I mean it's still we're still early in the season, but we're already a third of the way through the season after this week. So, do you believe, Brandon, that Carolina might be able to turn the tide and get closer to that 500 mark by the end of the season?
I don't see why not. Like to get to play 500, to get to 8 and 9, 9 and 8.
Even 7 and 10. Just not win 3 games, but they've already done that. So.
Yeah, I don't see why not. There it goes, touchdown.
I have them making the playoffs. To be quite honest,
Carolina.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Their team got it, man. They got that dude T-Mac as a wide receiver, and then of course they got Rico as a running back. Man, they're killing it. They got everything. They just got to figure out their defense and how to stop the ball. Once they figure that out, they got all the offensive weapons they need to make the playoffs in their division.
I mean, I can't say that I disagree with that sentiment. I don't know if I can, to get through the Falcons, who just like literally marched down the field on Buffalo here.
Because we shot ourselves in the foot, we're offsides when we got the fumble. Like it's just
that wasn't a good look.
Oh God, it's one of those. Like we keep doing shit like this. We keep shooting we're really good at beating ourselves all of a sudden.
You take them, and then you take what you call it. You take the way that the Buccaneers are playing. I mean, I think they'll finish off better than the Saints because the Saints just are god awful right now. But I can see it, but I can't. I'm not saying it can't happen. I personally don't see it. We're on the Dallas game right now. R&B.
What's good, fellas?
What's going on?
Nothing, little cognac, that's all.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yes, sir.
But this is the reason why I'm saying it, Mike, real quick, just to kind of back up my
Yep.
point about the Panthers. Yes, you have the Falcons. Yes, you have the Bucks, right? That are excellent teams, especially the Bucks with Baker Mayfield. But let's say Baker Mayfield hits a wall, or let's say you know, um, their wide receiving core, which is pretty much what's his name? I can't pronounce his
Ibuka.
last name. Abuka. Yes, let's say Abuka has a terrible game. He's a rookie. Everyone keeps forgetting he's a rookie, right?
Even though
If
he ain't
Abuka,
playing like one.
no, he's playing MVP type football right now. But let's say he hits a rookie slump in the middle of the season, right? That's going to be one of the hardest things for Baker to conjure a win because their
Especially if
run
Mike
game,
Evans hasn't returned.
yeah, the Mike Evans not there. You got White running the ball now. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have your weapons like you used to. So
Right.
it's going to be a difficult task to score every single night to win games if your wide receiver's out, if your wide receiver one is out. But with Carolina, like I said, they got their run game and they got their wide receiver. So they got everything they pretty much need. They just got to just tighten up the defense and not allow 25 points, 25 plus points a game. And they can figure out how to get there.
You said Carolina?
Yeah, I think they can make the playoffs.
Why you look like that?
It's a hot take, but
Man,
I'm not.
are you really gonna buy into the Dallas dope? Everybody beat up on Dallas defense. Who hasn't beat up on Dallas defense this year?
It's
Their
not.
defense is a $5 block horde. Everybody that had it. Come on, let's be honest here, bro.
It's
I
not
mean, but
just that.
let's
You
just
got.
look. Let's just put a perspective on this, right?
Mhm.
Right now, as it stands, 1 through 7 in the NFC is Tampa, Green Bay, San Fran, Philly, Seattle, Detroit, and the Rams. Okay. Now, on the outside, Minnesota and Washington, two teams are who are also expected to make the playoffs. Then it's Carolina. So when you look at that, I mean, that's a lot to pass. That's
It
a lot.
is.
That's a lot to
I
pass.
guess I could probably kind of agree with him, maybe to a point to where I say maybe this is a game where you can kind of, I think they 500 now. This is the first time they've been 500 in a long time. So,
Right.
this is one of those ones you can build off of and try to, see if you got something going forward. But again, it's hard not to think of fool's gold when what I'm saying? Like,
Finally, this name got
it's
tackle separation.
it's hard
Honestly,
when you
that's
know
all.
that Dallas's defense is that damn bad.
Right.
It's really hard not to think of that shit as fool's gold.
Right. But you know what? I'll say this. You're winning. They won a game they were supposed to win.
Right.
Like,
And they won a game before that with them against the Dolphins, and they got the Jets. You can pencil that in as a win. I'll put them right over 500.
well, speaking of the Jets, you said you had to get something off your chest. Go for it. Knock yourself out.
As much as I love Aaron Glenn, I think he needs to go. I think he needs to go. I'm, I'm not saying he's the problem, but he for damn sure ain't the solution. That man pissed me off so bad yesterday. I felt like punching my TV, and I never do that. I never do that. I mean, Justin Fields, man, what the hell? I've never seen a quarterback get sacked so many times. This man got sacked 9 times, bro. 9 times. That's insane. Then on top of that, he only threw for 45 yards. I mean, he threw 45 yards more.
45 yards.
Fellas, all of us, we threw for more yards yesterday than the New York Jets.
That's what I'm saying. It was negative yards that they had, man. It was insane. Listen, and then on top of that, that timeout situation was horrible towards the half. How do you not know to just? I mean, what are you doing as a coach? You learn these things. You have to do these things the correct way. And then on top of that, the end of the game, they could have at least tied it up and it could have went into overtime. And they decided not to kick it. They decided to throw it. And it became a disaster. That whole entire game was a bad representation for the NFL. I apologize to all the people in London for watching that crap. That thing was horrible. Okay, so we need to figure out what the hell is going on, and what they can do to change this Jets team. Because if we go 0-7, I'm done with this team. Like, I'm not cheering for the Jets this season if they go 0-7.
Hold on, you not already done?
No,
Why you gotta wait for lucky number 7? You should already be done. The way they looked yesterday.
like I'm trying my best not to put in my transfer paper for another team. I really am.
Man, Justin Fields in the pocket his hesitation looked like a child walking in the door with a bad report card with a parent that still with pass. That's how hesitant he is in the pocket. They really could have won the game if you really want to know the truth. But that last pass that he completed to Garrett Wilson, he threw the ball took too long to throw the ball, and it gave the defense time to get there to jar it loose in the end like he did. Otherwise, that's the first. If he throw it on time, that's a first down, back shoulder, first down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's run this bitch out and go home and get our first dub. But it ain't just on him. It's a split. It's 50-50. To me, it's Justin Fields, and then it's Aaron Glenn too. The coaching is horrible. It looks horrible in New York, man. The Jets look downright horrible on the offensive side of the ball. But Denver I've been saying that I think Ho Knicks is overrated. And I think the Denver Broncos is overrated because their offense is inconsistent, man. They defense is legit, but the offense is hella inconsistent. You don't know what Ho Knicks you gonna get. 1 week he come out, he throwing for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. Then you come out and get that shit that you got yesterday. He's up and down, just like you know what I'm saying. Justin Fields can be up and down. So like that was a horrible game, a horrible fucking game.
Yeah, it was really bad. Terrible representation of football, man. I hate it.
Well, I'm gonna say that the two things. One thing I have on each team that I want to say. The first is more or less Aaron Glenn after the game in the press conference. Did you see what he said?
Oh yeah, when he went off, yeah, that was like, come on, man, what you expect? You expect?
Yeah, they asked him if he's gonna change quarterbacks. He goes, "Come on, man, what kind of question is that?"
It's a legit question because we lost again.
Right,
and your quarterback looked bad again.
Yeah, and he threw for only 45 yards, which is crazy.
45 yards. And you sit up here and you speak about, and you get upset that they asked this question. You're upset that they asked, like, what else did you expect? What did you think people were going to say? Oh, great job. You did phenomenal. No. The question is, you as the head coach, it's time to make a change. And you are neglecting to make that change. Like, so you got to do something. Your season's already over. Like
somebody need to change the locks. So you can't get in the building.
Throw the whole team out.
Throw the whole team away, man. Move them to Connecticut or something.
And when I look at Denver, I see a team that defensively is elite, but offensively is another version of Philly. They don't have an identity. So, like they don't pass particularly well, or, they pass half the time and then they run. And then in between that, they kind of just mesh things together. That's not going to win games. And right now, if I'm Denver, you're kind of I'd be mad as a Denver fan because Kansas City up until last night has looked pretty lifeless, right? So now suddenly after 6 weeks, maybe enough of the books have hit them in the head to say to remember who the hell they are, and remember like we run the AFC. We've ran this shit for 6 years now, pretty much. We have been to every AFC championship since Mahomes became a starter. So now they're sitting there 3-3. Denver, I think, is what 4-2, but it ain't a good 4-2. You got a good, you got
It
good
ain't at all.
you got a good 4-2s like I would say like Jacksonville, right? But this is like I would say it's a better 4-2 than Denver.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
It's a better 4-2 than Denver.
I disagree. Denver's in the
I
harder,
agree with that one.
Denver's in the harder division. I disagree.
Right, but the thing
How many division games has Denver played though?
Doesn't matter.
So far,
At least
this
not
year?
yet. How many has Jacksonville
But
played? They played the Colts yet.
the thing is this. The thing is this though. When I'm looking at this, I'm saying that Jacksonville has looked more like a team with an identity versus Denver. Denver's playing all confused, that's what makes it a bad 4-2. You know, like you're
It's
4-2.
because they don't know. Each week they go into the game, Mike, and they don't know which Bo Nix they're gonna get. They don't know.
To quote
He's
the
either gonna
great
be
Bill
good Bo Nix,
Parcells.
or he's gonna look.
To quote the
He's inconsistent.
sorry.
Go
To quote the great Bill Parcells, you are what you are. You are what your record says you are. They are 4-2. They are right now number 6 in the AFC.
Everybody know that Bill
I would rather
Parcells was
lose
high off of weed and cocaine when he said that shit, and probably had a couple shots too. And you are not always your fucking record. That is a goddamn lie.
Hey,
That is a goddamn lie, and we all know it.
We seen that with Kansas City last season. They were the worst undefeated team you could probably think of because they were not what their record was. They should have lost
Super Bowl. What?
Huh?
People kept letting them off the hook.
They still got to the Super Bowl. What are we talking
Right.
about?
I'm not. But all I'm saying is when you look at how they won some of the games last season, they knew. And Philly figured it out before they got there. They figured it out. They knew that essentially, and I'm gonna say this, so NFL, if you see this, don't flag us. Philly knew going into that game if they could not control Mahomes, keep him uncomfortable, they were facing the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the referees. Bottom line. Their record, they made it, yes, but some could say they probably shouldn't have. That's all I'm saying. Your record sometimes is very dictative.
Oh, your record can be deceptive, but I think the quote is meant to be, in the moment, this is where you are, and you basically control your destiny from this point. So like they may be playing like shit, but I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss every time. Like I'm gonna take this 13-11 win.
And so would a team that feel like that they shouldn't have got that win too.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I said so would a team that feel like they shouldn't have gotten that win too. A sorry ass team.
If they keep winning, they keep winning. That's all that matters.
Till it matters.
It's almost like remember that year when the Titans went like what 11-0 or 12-0 with I think Kerry Collins at the end of his career was their quarterback or something like that, and the defense was fierce, but the offense was very kind of similar to what we see with Denver and shit, or at times with Philly and shit, and you know what I'm saying they ended up getting their asses bounced out in the first round.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to is you gotta look at that stuff and just say, hey, what are we doing? Like, we gotta have the right tools and the right things for when it does matter. If you're playing lifeless teams, does it really matter? Right. Because you beating up on teams like the Panthers and Dallas's defense, let's say, the Saints, and then when you get to the playoffs, you're playing teams like Buffalo, Kansas City, you know, hell, even the Colts as it stands right now. You're not going to get the same
I mean,
result.
that's also the thing. You're taking the Colts 5-1 as they are 5-1, and they also haven't really beaten anybody.
But it's still a good 5-1 because they have an identity.
What is the identity?
The identity is Daniel Jones isn't turning over the ball.
That's called game manager. While Bo Nix hasn't been following suit with that, that's what his role really is allow their defense to do the job, which they fucking did yesterday.
Yeah.
They held them to 11 points. I got to agree with that.
And negative 10 yards passing?
And -10 yards.
Denver's identity is their defense, bro.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I agree with that because you got to remember, if you take a quarterback that's a game manager and you put him on another team, that could be a whole different situation if the defense is not right.
They kind of got like a Tim Tebow situation, except he doesn't look like he's throwing with the hand he shouldn't be with his offhand. Like,
oh man,
I actually like Tim Tebow.
He's much better than a Tim Tebow. He's just at times he's hesitant in the pocket. He can
how I would throw the ball left-handed. Like
he has a strong arm, so that tends to make him make some of the ill-advised passes that he'll try to make that end up deflections or turnovers or whatever the case may be. He's just inconsistent, man. I think he's overhyped.
It's been inconsistent. It could be a sophomore slump. It's only a second-year quarterback. I'm willing to give a little benefit of the doubt. They're starting to, allow him a chance.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm holding them to the same standard that they be trying to hold all the black quarterbacks to, because when C.J. Stroud was out here still going to the playoffs in his second year, throwing for 3,000-something yards, everybody was saying sophomore slump and he fell off and all this shit. So I'm going to hold Bo Nix to that same standard. They don't get a pass.
I mean, he's on his way to he's on his way to doing what he did last year and get to the wild card round. So
possibly,
that would apply, I would say.
So I want to now talk about something that I think needs to be discussed. And
I can't hear you, Mike.
The mic sound just go out?
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
His shit went mute. Your microphone must have disconnected.
Hold on.
Darcy blows.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this has to be discussed. It has to be discussed. And I'm going to start with you.
What a play. Damn. That was a great play.
Can Lamar Jackson's return save the Ravens season?
Hell no. I'm gonna tell
Let's
you
hear that schedule. When does he return, and what games is he playing?
So they're all.
He's supposed to return next week, and they supposed to go on a 5-game stretch where they play all non-playoff teams are 500. All winnable games, a 5-game stretch.
It's not mathematically impossible, and he's definitely like MVP worthy. So it's not like I think it's possible, improbable for sure, but I'm not gonna doubt him.
I think it's possible as well.
The Ravens they're on a bye this week.
Yeah,
they're off this week, so their next game is October 26th against the Bears.
Right.
Winnable game.
So it's the Bears, the Dolphins,
Winnable.
The Vikings,
and then the
winnable.
The Browns,
and then the Jets.
Winnable. Yep, the Jets in there.
Throw the Bengals in there.
Yeah, Jets will fuck around and win that game though.
Oh God! What? That was disgusting. Shit. Jesus Christ, what a throw. Holy. I'm definitely ahead of you guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Holy. What a dot, bro. They check. They might. I mean, it depends on Shakir.
Then they play the Bengals, Pittsburgh, the Bengals, the Patriots, the Packers, and then the Steelers. So they definitely the next 5 they play, they could win if
They could
they.
be favorites. And then after that, it could be 50-50.
That's out.
Yeah, no, I mean what you call it? It's not looking good. Not looking good. I expected them to utilize Derrick Henry a little more in the run game while Amar was
And
down.
yeah,
Right.
He has not. They have not done that. Obviously, Cooper Rush is not Lamar Jackson. He's not able to get the ball down the field. They're just not able to get anything going. And like they were struggling with Lamar, but Lamar was playing. Lamar was playing good football, but they just aren't
yeah,
winning games.
Lamar. If Lamar wasn't hurt, Baker Mayfield would be number 2 in the MVP polls.
Yeah. Yep.
True.
And then on top of that, the other issue is how does Baltimore fix their defense?
That's what I was going to say. Their
That I
defense.
don't understand because the names that they got over there, Raj, please help me understand. The
Mhm.
names that they got over there, man, I don't understand why that defense is so bad. I know they've got a couple key injuries, but I can't give them that excuse because they started out healthy. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And they started out trash.
Hmm. Well,
Right.
sometimes it takes a while for teams to click, but honestly, I don't know what is going on with their defense. I mean, their defense in the past couple games have been playing pretty good. They didn't allow almost 40 points a game, but I would say that they're trying to keep everyone, as far as the defense go, they're trying to keep everybody at least under 25 points. Because when they played the
Right.
Rams last night, I was pretty impressed. I was like, okay, 17, but you got to score. So if Lamar's there, they could have won that game. But the pass up, the other games, like when they went up against the Texans, 44 points. When they went up against the Chiefs, 37 points. The Lions, 38 points. It's like, come on, you guys are world class defense. You guys aren't supposed to be allowing teams to get higher than 25 points, but it's been like that for the past few weeks.
I think that's the key because excuse me, you know, and I also believe that losing week 1 the way they lost kind of put a dark cloud over their season because they've allowed it to.
Right.
Like let's be honest, they should have won that game, right? But they didn't.
What
They
against the Rams?
no
No, against the Bills.
the
Oh, the
opening
Bills. Oh yeah. The opening game.
they
Yeah, we
should have
lost by
won,
1 point.
but they allowed themselves to slip and they did not win. They lost. So now since then, there's just been this aroma, excuse me,
The stadium is beautiful, Dan.
over them, and they need to figure out how to get out of that. Like I'm telling you now, they come out this bye week and lose. That
Yeah.
could, I mean, hell, even if they lose one of the next 5, 2 of the next 5, that could be game, set, and match. But some of
Yeah,
these teams
Yeah.
on that list,
they definitely got it going on. Yeah.
they
Yeah,
suck,
they got to win all. They got to win all the games.
they can sucker punch you any week. Chicago could come
They
out.
out of these next 5, they need to at least win. Honestly, 4 of them.
At minimum.
Yeah, minimum 4, and they got to beat Chicago. If they don't beat Chicago, that's a bad look.
If Caleb is who he's supposed to be, that's going to be a challenging matchup.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. I'm not too confident about that matchup. Like honestly, I could see this game being very close either way.
Yeah, they can
Well, the
suck
way
it.
that defense is looking, they about bad as Dallas. Everybody that had a turn.
That's
You
fact.
know what I'm saying? So, and again, I said it. I was saying it last week. I'm gonna say it again. John Harbaugh need to be fired.
Yep.
His time up there or resign. His time, I believe, is up there in Baltimore. It's time for him to find greener pastures.
I agree.
I don't feel like he got that locker room no more. Like they not even utilizing Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? With Lamar being out, his usage rate wasn't where it should be at.
Oh,
Even when Lamar was healthy, it's like everything is just kind of confusing with them right now. We don't know what they're doing.
Davies.
Again, to take what Mike was saying earlier, I feel like with Baltimore, at times they don't have an identity. You know what I'm saying? Which
Right.
is what causes them to go into big games and falter and choke and lose because they don't truly have an identity. They just go through the season playing backyard football, whooping up on everybody, and then when the game slow down and it's time to really play chess, they still playing checkers.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that because coming into the season, they had top five
Ugh.
potential on defense. They had top five potential on
Pretty
offense.
four penalties.
You know,
Man, I
these
picked their
guys.
defense for my fantasy defense. Sick,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, me too.
Sick.
Me too. And I'm like, I don't understand how they fell this fast. Like they can't even keep teams under 20 points. But it just goes to show you that if your team is not clicking, you're not gonna win games. And to be quite honest, I mean, yes, they could go on a 5 game run. They could go and become above 500 team. But let's be real. Are they going to be prepared to go up against real teams when it happens? Like when they get to that playoff run. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they going to be able to compete? They got to figure it out now. This is the time. If they're going to do it, they have to do it right now. They cannot wait.
Facts.
Well, it's they gotta take it one game at a time. And the first thing
Yeah,
is
of
the
course.
first take the bye week, prepare, right? That's the first thing. Take the bye week, prepare, be ready, right? And then one game at a time. Because I'm telling you, there's games in there where they can get sucker punched still, including that Chicago game. They come out there, firing like that one game I seen. I mean,
Is that game in Baltimore or are they at Chicago, Mike?
that game's in Baltimore.
Yeah, that should be a winnable game.
That should be a winnable game.
I mean,
Especially if Lamar back in the fold and they.
yeah, 2 week, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Basically 2 weeks of Lamar being out. With the bye week, he should be able to win that game no problem. And you're at the crib.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see what happens.
There's like an echo, Mike. I don't know if you can hear it. If anyone else hears it.
Somebody's TV or something. And then we honestly all should have on the headset through the stream yard because without the headset we don't have no noise
Yeah, I got the
cancellation.
headset.
Let me see something. Did it go away?
Yeah, it went away. It's better.
Okay. Okay. I didn't hear a echo. I heard more like it sounded like dead air.
Oh, wow. What a cut.
So now, we talked about Baltimore faltering. But now we got to talk about a team that looks like they're on the
The fuck is
rise.
that?
You hear that like dead air, right?
Yeah, echoing too.
Now it's
How many
echoing. Now
missed,
I'm getting it.
how many missed tackles we gonna have? Jesus Christ!
I don't hear echoing.
Well, it was fine just like a few minutes ago, and then did something, and it went.
Yeah,
Hold on. You hearing it now?
Yeah, perfect. Whatever
No,
you
it
did,
sounds clear now.
yeah, leave it.
Okay. All right. So we talked about a team, Baltimore faltering. Now we got to talk about a team that's on the rise. Last night, I believe all of us did pick last week, the three of us did pick Kansas City for this game. But I'll tell
Oh,
you,
God. Well, I'm gonna have to
huh?
go back and watch last week's episode. I could have sworn one of y'all picked Detroit. I
It
know I
might
picked Kansas. I hate to say it.
it might have been
I,
me. It might have been me.
no, you wasn't on last week, Rod.
Oh
It
no,
was me,
it's just
Mike, and
Oh, you
it
said
was me,
last
Mike,
week.
and Agent
Okay,
Social.
okay. Never mind, never mind. I thought it was the week before that. Okay.
I believe we all picked it. Maybe we. I know I picked Kansas City.
I'm gonna
Um,
check the data. I'm gonna check the data.
I could be wrong, but I would say that I did not expect to see that form from Kansas City. It started out as a pretty tight game, but R&B,
Mhm.
what do you think helped Kansas City start to break away from Detroit in the game last night?
Uh, you know what? My true observation, I really feel like the game was closer than the final score actually suggested. I just feel like it was because if you look at like golf numbers and Mahomes numbers, they on par. Like golf didn't percentage wise. He played a clean game and everything. It just something wasn't clicking. I feel like Kansas City came out. Uh, they kind of beat us at our game. You know what I'm saying? They got they went for it on fourth down. They got it and they scored. We went for it on the crucial fourth down. We didn't get it, and that kind of turned the tide of the game. But I definitely feel like overall we were in there. It was a fight. It was a slugfest, and they just pulled away late. Garbage time points taking advantage of us trying to force it down the field at the end or whatever. But it was a good game though. But overall, I just felt like they just kind of outdueled us or whatever. They out toughed us a little bit. But
Okay, okay. I can see why you say that. I feel like watching that game that they didn't call the plays that I'm accustomed to them calling. Um, and what I mean when I say that is they started the game, the first drive, running the ball, right, with Gibbs. Like they pretty much ran it. And then that trick play that got called back, that was a key, because that can sometimes dictate energy. Um, but I just feel
mhm.
like they went away from running the
that was
ball.
whack.
Yeah, like it was a good play. I mean, it was the right call because he didn't get set before he caught the ball to score. But um, I feel like they got away from their play call, utilizing the run game and kind of just utilizing the run game to open up the field, and then start throwing the ball using play action. It feels like I wouldn't say they played more Kansas City's game, but it felt like they got out of their game just from what I perceive on watching last night's game.
Motion detected at your front door.
That's a hot take.
Oh, there you go. Raj, what were your thoughts on Mahomes' play last night?
Yeah, that was definitely vintage Mahomes. You know, one thing about it that you could say that is that
What was
who
that
was that?
weird noise coming from?
I don't know. Sounds like somebody's TV.
My TV's all the way down.
Mine is as well.
Yeah, mine
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, I don't know where it came from. But
I,
real quick, the performance that Mahomes put on was definitely vintage. I think that he just outdueled Jared Goff, and it was one of those type of games where it like R&B said, it wasn't a game where it was like a blowout necessarily. It was closer than we actually thought. And then, to be quite honest, I thought that the Detroit Lions was going to pull it off because they had everything going, but up until the end. But Mahomes put up 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he played a very clean game. I mean, he went out there and ran for 32 yards as well. So it just goes to show you, man, there's levels to this. There's levels to this. If it was anybody else, I think Detroit would have won that game. If it was any other team besides the Kansas City Chiefs, they would have won. But unfortunately, they didn't. But I still
Hey,
see them. Yeah,
I was gonna say I hate to be the one to do that, being that I'm a Detroiter, but what I'm saying, let's not forget that our whole I don't know why this shit be like this for us, but our whole secondary was depleted yesterday.
that's a
So
fact.
like
That's a fact.
missing our starting corner, four corners and two starting corners. Like so, I said that last week though. I remember when I picked Kansas, I said, the secondary gonna be jeopardized next week. I feel like Pat Mahomes and Worthy and the crew will be able to take advantage of that shit, and
Right.
that's what happened.
Right. Yeah, and he picked them apart. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Now Kansas is back to 500, and I know when they get Rasheed Rice, it's going to be a problem because he's going to put up crazy numbers because they got everything they need. And last
He
thing I'm gonna
comes back
say,
next week, right?
yep,
He come
next
back
week,
next week.
yeah, next week it's going to be a problem. But I will say this one last thing. Even though he didn't get any touchdowns, we got to give it to Travis Kelce, man. Travis Kelce is like he gave you 6 receptions, 78 yards, and he played really good. Like if you watch how he caught the ball and he was blocking, he played better than what people expected him this season. Because everyone kept saying he was washed. I never bought into that. He's still the top tight end in the game, even though he's not putting up you, you know touchdown numbers. He's still going out there performing every single night.
Hmm,
Fuck Travis
absolutely.
Kelce.
What did Travis Kelsey do?
I know, right?
He brought he brought the Swifties to the NFL. Oh,
Uh,
shit.
Look, it was bound to happen, man. She's a mega star. Somebody's going to get with her.
What the fuck's the flag, bro?
oh my gosh.
Dude was not paying attention to the ball.
Well, well, Brandon, as a Bills fan, seeing Kansas City do what they did last night, does
I
this
mean,
make does this still make you feel confident that this is the Bills' year to do what they do need to do?
oh no, that ended last week with New England.
What do you mean it ended last
With the
week?
same old Bills, bro. With the same old Bills.
But how? How did it end? They
We
losing
needed
that.
to go 5-0 to prove that we're not the same old Bills. Like, we haven't gone 5-0. That was an awesome move, Shakir, to get a first down. And we're just the same old Bills. We've done this same old song and dance. This is the third straight week 5 that we've not only lost, but scored exactly 20 points. Yeah, it's weird. And we keep underperforming against Stephon Diggs. We keep just like we shoot ourselves in the foot. Like you saw the very first play of this game. It's it's same old Bills. I mean, it's Josh Allen and a prayer. Like so.
you know a motherfucker really upset when they give you a settle in the middle of they dialogue.
Oh, what a throw!
He had to give us the
Oh,
with a deep
he's
breath.
down. That hurt. Oh yeah, bye 5.
Yo, I never seen anyone.
You ever been frustrated with your wife, y'all going back and forth, and you like, see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. That's what he just did. That's exactly what he just did.
That's a fact. That's a fact. While the game is on, though, that's the thing. It's like the game is actually on.
Damn,
I feel you.
that was a helmet to helmet or something, wasn't it?
Man.
No, closer to like I
Ouch.
think like a horse collar. Palmer's gone. He just got his like ACL torn or some shit.
Oh,
Wait, who's gone?
Yeah.
Our Josh Palmer, the way he just got tackled.
Oh,
Oh man. Well, we're gonna see what it brings for KC.
So,
They're
so I mean, you asked about us. I mean, like Casey played really well yesterday. Like, they are who we thought they were. Like, so. I mean, yeah, they look. They look. I would say Kelsey had an off year last year, but no, clearly not washed. He's got it still. Yeah. I, I'm upset that Detroit that first touchdown didn't stick. But he just needed to just stop.
That was some bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, them not getting any penalties is kind of ridiculous. They should have had. There had to be one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jawan Taylor falls.
Shit, that's what started that melee in the end. That they didn't call that block in the back.
Yeah.
Legal block in the back on Juju Smith-Schuster, and that's what led to all of that shit.
That was crazy.
I love me a good brawl. World star.
I mean, he punched the hell out of his helmet. He was like, ugh.
That's a really bad idea.
Bleeding. Dude's nose was bleeding, bro.
Yeah. Yep. Sure was.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. I haven't seen stuff like that in years, man. Like, I know they tussle on the field or whatever, but not like that. That was crazy.
Yeah, no,
Right,
it's
walking. Jesus.
going to be interesting to see how that goes from there. But I want to bring attention to someone else. Raj, I'm gonna start with you.
All right.
Do you see a world where Baker Mayfield could win MVP this season?
Woo! Oh man. Shake and bake. Let me say this. I love Baker Mayfield. I know he's wild. I know he's got his moments, but you know what? I like a fired up quarterback like that. I'm gonna say yes. If they keep performing the way they're performing, and if he's doing this without Mike Evans, yes, he can win MVP because he's pulling out wins. He's doing what he got to do. I mean, it's going to be a tough, road to MVP, but he's definitely got my vote. Like, I'm not going to lie. He's the only quarterback in the game right now that I can honestly say puts it all on the line every single Sunday. And I know there's a lot of quarterbacks going out there balling, but they got help. This dude don't really have a team like that.
Right.
I mean, they're all hurt right now for sure. Like,
everybody's hurt. Everybody's injured.
Like Buka got hurt again. Godwin's hurt.
Everybody
hurt. Aren't they missing Wirfs? Like, yeah, he really. As far as I'm concerned, he's by far the front runner for whatchamacallit. What the hell just happened? That was weird.
I will say, Baker Mayfield. I mean, I seen a play yesterday where it was, I want to say 3rd and 14. This man ran back maybe 5 yards, broke 2 tackles, ran to the left and up, broke another tackle, twisted his body and reached for the first down. That was an amazing play.
Hey, what we're seeing out of Baker Mayfield right now, this is what we saw from him coming out of college at Oklahoma. This is what we saw.
As soon as he made that play, that's what the announcer said.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, this is what we saw. This is what we felt like he could be. That Browns organization.
They messed up on that.
Made himself a quick journeyman, went and learned the ropes a couple places, went to Tampa Bay, good situation. You know what impressed me the most about the win for the Bucs yesterday with Baker Mayfield?
What's that?
His wide receiver core is depleted right now.
Yep.
And he went out there Yeah, and balled out.
Bucky Irvin's going too. I forgot.
What happened to
So that
Bucky?
told me
I think he's been gone.
is this yeah. When
I
ain't he
forgot.
been out since like the off season or preseason?
No,
Yeah.
he played. He played two. I think
Yeah,
2 games.
I think he played. I remember seeing him play.
Yeah, I think he played like 2 games.
Oh, I didn't
But
realize he got hurt.
Yeah, Baker's been working with very little right now.
Yeah, it's all this.
and that tells us that should tell us all something that right now he's raising the talent around him.
You have no argument.
And yeah, that's not only is that MVP up, but that shows progression that he's taking his talents to another level of where we all thought they could be when he, came out of college and went #1 overall to the Browns.
I mean, it really shows how important it is to be surrounded in a good environment and a good system and a good franchise.
Yeah.
I do feel like we kind of unfortunately, put all this on the quarterbacks when realistically some of these franchises are failing them. Because even now, Sam Darnold's doing well in Seattle and in Minnesota. So
Yeah, but he had the Jets,
Yeah.
bro. They fail everybody.
exactly.
Yeah, they feel everybody. It's
The
like
Jets.
some type of curse. It's like some type of curse
No,
over them.
that was like
I'm
I was
calling
Dwayne Wade and Mike was LeBron. Just like
they got a Chad Pennington curse on their franchise.
Yeah, they gotta,
Who that? The
well,
Jets?
yeah, we were talking
Yeah.
about
Y'all got a Chad Pennington Edwards curse on y'all.
Yeah, we got a lot of curses on us, man. We got a Joe Namath curse on us, man.
Joe Namath won.
But he was doing a lot of crazy stuff too. He was drinking in the locker room and shit. So
I mean, it was the '60s.
I know.
Like, come on, it was a different time. They used to smoke cigarettes and do cocaine in NBA locker rooms. You think it wasn't happening in the NFL too? Drinking or some shit?
Yeah, he's coming to the games drunk.
some of the games fucking fried.
Oh man, damn. But nah, it's the Jets are just cursed in general. Like we're just a bad organization, and it just goes to show you how bad they are because they done had how many quarterbacks since 2012? You know what I'm saying? And like we haven't found one quarterback we locked in on. So
I mean, you could be Cleveland. Joe Flacco's their 41st quarterback.
yeah, that's true. That's very true. But we up there. I think we're like I don't even know. I got to look at the number, but it's like probably like 30
yeah, there it
at
is.
least.
Jets can't seem to find. See, here's the thing: when you have a franchise quarterback, everything else has to go with that quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So you need some kind of a wingman of some sort, and you have to present that quarterback with things to make him a franchise quarterback. Like for example, look at the Bengals, right? The Bengals has done everything right except one thing: give him an offensive line to show that he could be a franchise quarterback. That's a requirement. Receivers, a run game of some sort. You have to give him the pieces to show the potential in being that. And I mean,
Pause there for a second. What it depends on what that franchise's criteria is on what a franchise quarterback is. See, some see a franchise quarterback as a quarterback that don't need all the bells and whistles because they can raise the level of what they have around them.
Mm-hmm.
Then some see a franchise quarterback as what you described, someone that if you put all the requisite pieces around them, they can go out and be successful. Because let's be honest, all quarterbacks that you put all the bells and whistles around ain't gonna ride the bike right. We've seen it.
so let's get some perspective on that. Let's get a little perspective on that. So, so I'm gonna hold on.
We're about to be at bad 4-2.
Damn. He ripped 81 yards.
Okay, so would you say?
I told you, same old Bills. We're terrible, bro. We are going to lose in the divisional round or the AFC Championship at best. We are going nowhere.
So okay, so if you're looking at the landscape, right, of that, who would you say today you would consider a franchise quarterback?
For me,
How are we looking at the landscape one more time?
So how either way, because based on that, I want to know if you believe that there is a quarterback who has been a franchise quarterback without those bells and whistles. I mean, every quarterback needs an offensive line, so that shouldn't even be
Pat,
something
Pat,
debated.
Patrick Mahomes. We've
right.
seen Patrick Mahomes do it with a well-surrounded cast, and we've seen
He
it
hasn't
him
Hall
do
of
it
Fame tight end his
when the
entire career. What?
But even
he's
even
had a what?
He's had
he's
a
at
Hall
80,
of Fame tight end his entire career.
he's at 87 the whole.
Okay, and that's one piece.
And a
It's
decent amount, a decent how he just said the bells and whistles. Like he had, like at the very least, like he started out with Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins, and like he had literally
Man, stop! Don't give me Sammy Watkins.
a first round pick. Dude balled out in the Super
Dude was
Bowl. I don't want to hear it.
dude bummed out, man.
In the
He
Super
supposed to
Bowl,
be
he
in the
killed.
league still right now.
Dude was drafted over 10 years ago. He's allowed to be retired.
Yeah.
He should still be balling out right now. The
Only
hype
has
that
a
was
ring, and he contributed.
yeah, but I guess. But
Yeah,
I think we've seen him do it with the heightened level of talent and with not so much talent.
last year
Right.
was proof of that. Last year
nobody,
was proof.
nobody gave Josh Allen credit in his rookie season for throwing to fat Kelvin Benjamin, old and cooked LaShawn McCoy, Robert Foster, Charles Clay. I don't want to fucking hear it. Like nobody gave him. Oh, he's inaccurate. There's a 5-minute video on YouTube of drops his rookie season. No wonder his completion percentage was under 60%. Like if we're gonna, it goes both ways. Josh didn't like his second year. His best receiver was a 29-year-old John Brown. Woof. A rookie Dawson Knox, a 30-year-old Cole Beasley,
But I think what
Devin
you're
Singletary.
I think kind of what you're describing describes both parts in a sense, is
Duh.
because he started with nothing and now he led into Stephon Diggs and things. What I'm looking for is to say, Mahomes is a good answer, but
I don't think
are
so.
there any other ones who've done it? Like really, are there? Are there any other ones? Because I'm looking at this list of quarterbacks who've
I
won
mean,
Super Bowl,
What's the name have
and
done it? You gotta give Aaron Rodgers credit in his career. He've done it.
The 2010 and
Yeah.
beyond. Like, because after they won that championship, they wasn't rebuilding championship teams. They was going there solely on him.
Yep.
I mean, he's had his salt like he had Devontae Adams 2014 on. He had Donald.
Devontae Adams did not develop into Devontae Adams until 2017.
Facts.
He helped Devontae Adams develop.
Because he was throwing
And
wide
Devontae
receivers that
Adams wasn't a first
nothing when he
round
left.
pick.
That doesn't matter. Stephon Diggs.
Greg Jennings did nothing when he left Green Bay.
Stephon Diggs was a fifth
James
round pick.
Jones did nothing when he left Green Bay.
What's the name too? Randall Cobbs.
Randall Cobbs did nothing when he left
Did
Green
nothing when
Bay.
he left Green Bay.
Yeah, no.
And then came and reunited with him.
Donald
Did
Driver.
did you guys bring up
Donald
Jordy
Driver
Nelson?
was already there.
Yeah,
Well,
Donald
I
Driver.
mean, that goes with Patrick Mahomes.
He
And
he developed Jordy
Tyreek
Nelson as
Hill
well.
and
He developed
Kelsey
Jordy
are already
Nelson.
there. Like,
Jordy Nelson. Can't remember who else was there. Well, Adams was later, but that team, it was
I mean,
Nelson. Who was the other?
Dan Marino? Who are we lauding as Dan Marino's big target?
Nobody.
Dan Marino did have a Hall of Fame
I'm
target.
not going to say he did.
I can't think his
Who are
name.
we lauding as
Damn, is it Cooper or what is it? Super Cooper? Y'all smoking dope. Better go do.
Hogan, no.
He was throwing the truck drivers and shit.
So you want to come out here on the field, throw some around for a minute, man? I gotta be in LA at 5 o'clock in the morning, man. Got a 10 hour drive.
Oh my God.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
that's
I'll
90s.
be back in time for the game, though.
I'll be here on Sunday. Don't worry. I love 90s football.
See,
90s
this is
football. They had like they didn't have so many damn superstars. There was only a handful, and like those superstars were real superstars. Like you mentioned, Dan Marino, Joe Montana. Even though he was throwing a legend, obviously. But you know what I'm saying? Like there was only a handful of superstars back in the 90s versus now that you have like, man, there's endless amount of superstars, endless amount of
But
great quarterbacks.
to make Brandon happy, I would put Josh Allen up there as one of the ones that I see as a franchise quarterback that's
Oh, no doubt,
expected to lift the talent around him versus what he has to work with.
no
But
doubt. Yeah.
that's no shade to these Coleman and these young boys that he got because them boys is nice.
And then he has that third down throw.
He ain't gonna be able to have that love for too much longer. Them boys keep looking as good as they look.
Yeah.
That's true. Well,
All I'm sorry, never mind. Don't worry.
Dirt ball.
it's true. It's true. Like we're gonna see what happens. I mean, hey, you can't go wrong. I mean, there's so many different elements to these discussions. So
Play.
yesterday we have to talk about the also dreaded AFC North. Because for the love of God, it's bad. It's real bad. You would have that was unique. You would have told me through 6 weeks Pittsburgh would be 4-1 and Baltimore would be 1-5. I'd have told you you're an idiot. Because I tell you, it's bad.
You did tell me I was an idiot when I told you Pittsburgh could win this division.
You sure did, Mike. And guess what? We both said it's not going to happen. We said that they was going to win the division.
Well, hold on here. Hold on. I don't care
You
what
didn't-
y'all say.
You didn't believe in the team.
It's only week 6.
Okay. See,
Hold
that's exactly what you said before.
on. It is only week 6. We still got a game against the Packers. We got a game against the Chargers. We got a game against Buffalo. We got. I expect the
We'll
Raiders
shoot ourselves in the foot.
to figure it out. Like there's still a lot of football because listen. As an avid Steelers fan, this doesn't have anything to do with the quarterback. It has nothing to do. It's as an avid Steelers fan. Years they start out so great, start out amazing. I remember a season we started 11-0 and we ended up 12-4 and out in the first round. So I'm not really sold on this 4-1. Do they look better than I expected?
Understandable.
Do they look better than I expected? Yes.
Yes.
Is the defense playing better than they were the first 2 weeks? Yes. But let's be honest here. The Cleveland Browns, who we are going to talk about, because I got some words for their stupid asses too. The Cleveland Browns don't know they are just negating to put Shador Sanders in. Like, for the love of God, put the fucking guy in. You suck anyway. He's only going to make you look better, probably. Put him in. Is Dylan Godzilla guy, whatever his name is,
Gabriel.
he ain't the answer. Fuck him. He ain't the answer. Get push Shador in. Put Shador in or trade him for crying out loud. Then you got the offensive line of Cincinnati that's more worse than every macaroni noodle, has more holes than every macaroni noodle in a 28-ounce pan of macaroni and cheese. They can't get it together. And then you got the Ravens who just look like I don't even know. So like Steelers had no choice but to do something with nothing. Not with nothing, but to do something when everyone else has nothing. That's just the thing. And I just don't firmly believe that they can keep it up. Can they make the playoffs? Sure. Can they win the division? Sure. Are they going to lose all those games I just mentioned? Probably not. Probably not. But just knowing what I know from them historically, when they start out hot, even look at last season when they put Russ in. Steelers looked pretty good. But then once we started hitting those tough teams, they started losing games. That's what it comes down to. Will they be able to provide enough offense to keep up with those tougher teams? Because those teams can suffer. That's
Okay,
my only.
but here's the
That's
thing.
what from the standpoint of how the Steelers play.
Right. But here's the thing though, Mike, and this is something we gotta think about. If they win the games they're supposed to win, they're gonna win a division. Right?
Well, winning the games you're supposed to win is like last week. You know,
Yeah. And like next week, you guys play the Bengals, right?
you know,
Then the tougher games come up, like Green Bay, the Colts, the Chargers. You guys got some winnable games, but you guys got some challenging games coming up after the Bengals game. But a win's a win, and if you guys can win the games you're supposed to, you guys can take the division. That's what we were saying. We were saying we don't expect them to win the damn Super Bowl, but we do expect them to be a better team than what they were last season. Because last season they were good for a little bit, but then they were horrible because they couldn't even win the games they were supposed to win.
right? They did enough to get to the playoffs, and then when it mattered, they couldn't get out of their own way.
Yeah.
A hot take. Pittsburgh should call Baltimore and see whatever they want for Derrick Henry.
I don't know if I like that fit.
Whatever they want.
They need running help bad.
And they need a wide receiver. They need another wide receiver too.
Opposite DK for sure.
Yeah.
We're about to get dog walked.
Um. Yeah. I don't. Mike, you watch way more Steelers game than I do. How do you
Yeah.
like? What is your take on that? Because, damn, I don't know if I really see the fit. I mean, of course you need a running back, but
It is an improvement at the run game, and it would help them create more fake out plays, kind of like Lamar has now, because you want to try to. One thing I know is you want to try and minimize Aaron Rodgers getting hit. Derrick
right.
Henry can help you do that. On top of everything else. So I don't think it's a bad idea per se, but I don't think they'll go for it. Trading a player of his caliber within the division, knowing you're going to have to play him still 2 times, as both games against Baltimore come after the trade deadline. Um, yeah, I don't see it, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. You know,
It really will be a rental because if I'm not mistaken, Derrick Henry should be a free agent at the end of the season
Yeah, I believe he is.
yeah.
because he only signed a 3-year deal, or was it? Yeah, I think it was a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Right. So, when you look at that and you put all that together, I don't think it's a terrible idea at all. Excuse me.
If it's a 3-year deal, then it'll be after next
Or
year.
two-year deal. My bad. I think it was a 2-year deal.
Yeah. So,
He's doing the math.
Yeah. He's I do see the like there'll be a way better team, but will he have the same issues? like not be able to get as many runs. Because now, look at
Hell
how
no.
he's. I mean, I don't know. Maybe because we watched the last two games without Lamar Jackson, and it just seems like Derrick Henry doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's looking rough.
And I hate that for him because he's really good. Except the fumble issues he's been having. Outside of that, he's been solid.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens and what goes on from there, and we're gonna be along for the ride for that one.
Yeah.
To see how the AFC North forms over the summer, maybe they or over the season. Maybe they will maybe they will win the division. I mean, a lot of other media other than us is certainly picking them to do so as it stands right now. We'll see where we stand at week 10. I might feel a little more comfortable if after 10 weeks, we got 7 wins, 2 losses, as we've already had our bye week. Um, you know, we'll just see, and we get one of those wins we ain't supposed to get, Packers, Chargers, Bills, something on those lines. I can live with that.
It'd be pretty dope to see you guys beat Green Bay. I mean, Aaron Rodgers going back to Green Bay with a dub, that'd be great.
I'm sure that's one that's marked on his calendar that he's gonna want to win.
Right.
So I'm pulling up their schedule now. Yeah, next week is Thursday night's the Bengals, and then Green Bay. But luckily, that's a home game for us. And then the Colts and the Chargers. So it's going to definitely be an interesting ride.
That's how it turns with respect.
So I want to ask everyone a quick question. Are the Patriots a pretender or a contender or a pretender?
It doesn't matter with how weak their schedule is.
Yeah.
Like, I picked them at the beginning of the year to be the sleeper team because they were going to come in and at least sneak in and get the 7 seed. And that's looking really good right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say they're a contender right now, but I can definitely say they found their guy to be their quarterback.
Yeah, definitely. I still think they have a wide receiver issue, if you ask me. I mean, I know Stephon Diggs been doing really good. I know I think his last name is Booty.
Booty.
Oh,
Yeah,
boo.
pause. I think he's been pretty solid as well.
Mark.
But outside of that, they don't really have a true wide receiver one.
And their run game could use some help too, I think.
They got Trey Henderson. The thing is, they're not even using him.
Yeah, I forgot they did draft him. They're using what's his name? The other guy, Ramon.
Anybody. They're using anybody but him. So I'm like, damn, are they gonna allow him to run? They just allow him to run I think five snaps a game. I'm like, geez, man, you guys got help. He's a really solid running back, and you won't even hand him the rock. They had a Gibbs go down. What I mean, not Gibbs. What's his name? Gibson, right? They're
Okay,
running back.
ACL, I think.
What's that?
I think he tore his ACL, right?
Yeah, tore his ACL. They still didn't hand Henderson the ball.
Nasty work. I'm gonna say right now they're a pretender. It's just not enough yet. I could see them going to potential contender. Maybe not this season, maybe next season or the year after. But I definitely believe they have their guy.
Right.
I have one friend. He's a big Patriots fan, and he was like, "Oh, we're back." I'm like,
It's going to be May.
I said,
It's going to be May.
back means you're going to be winning Super Bowls. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. But I'm like, but you're definitely.
Well, they're about to be first place in the AFC East.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you lose this game, they will be, won't they? For now.
Yeah. Well, unless we get our heads out of our ass, which I doubt.
Oh man. So hold on.
I mean, if I'm Atlanta, I'm kicking the field goal here. Put it up 3 scores.
Might as well get as much as you can out of it. Like hell.
Yeah, did
So
they grab an interception on Daniels?
Oh, they're going for it. I mean, they're probably getting it, but
okay.
I don't take after as long of a drive. I don't take that chance. I reward the drive or try to. I mean, always could be missed. It's a 50-yarder. Could be.
I'm gonna ask the same question for the Colts. Contender or pretender as they improved to 5-1.
Um, I'll probably say they're contenders. I like what they've been doing, but we'll see. You know, because like you said, the season is still young, but there's a lot that I've witnessed that I like. I like the fact that they're able to come back and win games. I like the fact that you know, they have a running game with and they also have Daniel Jones going out there putting up numbers every single week. So I think they're definitely contenders. Only thing I would say, and their defense is good too. Only thing I would like say could be like a problem is Michael Pittman is like their wide receiver one. I just don't agree with that.
Well, I mean,
I think I
oh,
think they need another one. I think they need a real true wide receiver.
well, one thing that's helped them, people like is that I know Daniel Jones isn't a big thrower of going down the field. So Tyler Warren, their tight end, has made an impact. Because he's the closest to the quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing. And yeah, I don't know other than him who their other wide receivers are, honestly. So no. And they have someone else. No, I thought they had another like more known name. Michael.
Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's
I
their
mean,
running back.
Don't challenge it.
guess not.
Just for you.
Yeah, they got Taylor's been playing good ball too. What's your thoughts, R&B contender or pretender?
I think I agree with all of Rogers' sentiments. I say that they're a contender. They definitely have shown some of the things that you like to see in a good football team consistently early on in this season. A lot of football left to be played still, but overall, like they've been playing some good ball. I mean, 5-1.
I think that's
I have to say they're contenders. Whenever you in contention to win the division, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. What about you, Brandon? Contender or pretender for the Colts?
I, I'm gonna say pretender. I'm gonna say when it comes, I'm gonna say maybe they can go all the way and win the division all the way. They can get a home playoff game, but I don't think they're going anywhere past divisional round.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So I got through my topics because I wanted to get through a couple more. But one thing we didn't talk about was R&B. Please enlighten me because as soon as I realized Kansas City was going to win, I turned the game off. So I didn't see the game. Like I just seen it this morning. I seen them interviewing Dan Campbell about it. So please enlighten me on what happened after I seen a video of France and Juju like scuffling, but I don't know what happened or took place.
Excuse me. Well, it looked like basically after Patrick Mahomes came out of the winning formation, came up from the knee, he tried to dap Brian Branch up. Brian Branch wasn't having it. He went right past him and went over to Juju Smith Schuster and just like hauled off on him. Hit him with his helmet on or whatever. So Juju got up, retaliated. It was a big melee. He ended up with a bloody nose. There's pictures of him on social media going back to the locker room with no blood coming from his nose and with a towel and stuff. So, so it happens, but it was a bad look. He suspended for one game. That news just broke a few hours ago.
Yeah.
He's gonna be out suspended for a game. I'm pretty sure to be a nice fine coming behind it. And then he'll move past it. I don't see Brian Branch as a dirty player. He's just one of those safeties that play hard, fast, and physical. So sometimes, shit happens.
Well, why would he do that after the game? I
Well, apparently, from what he said in the interview when he was interviewed post game, he mentioned a call toward the end of the game where Juju Smith-Schuster had hit him with a legal block in the back, and I guess it was like a
That was a
real tough
fucking
hit.
hole. What the
And
hell, bro?
saying
Grab a
he
hold of his shoulder.
he
They ain't calling shit on the Falcons.
basically
It's all garbage, bro.
I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
he hit him in the back with an
Uh,
illegal black.
yeah. He said he hit him with a illegal block in the back that was dirty and couldn't hurt him, and the refs didn't call it. So that was his retaliation.
To go and be violent, in a sense, I guess, if you want to call it violence, when everyone could see it versus,
Football is a violent sport.
Mm-hmm.
right, things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. I mean, Raj, what's your take on them only suspending him one game?
I mean, a suspension is a suspension. If that's what the NFL decided to do, it's fine. I honestly can't argue that because it was one of those like heated moments. But to be quite honest, there's always a reason why these things happen. Like we talked about before with the whole Dak Prescott situation, with them spitting first and then the other guy spitting on him. Like it's there's always a story behind it. So we really can't judge it because we probably catch the tail end of it on film
Right.
versus it being in the moment actually there and seeing it what's going on. So if that's what the NFL decided, that's what they decided. I mean, I can't really be mad at that or be happy about it, but I will say it's unfortunate to see this happen on the field, but I understand why it happens on the field. Because like what you guys just said, football is a very violent sport. It's a gladiator sport. So these type of things happen. Hey, it happens, and you just got to live with it and play again next Sunday.
Absolutely.
Oh, goody.
Absolutely. I mean, it's rough. It's real rough.
Yeah.
And we got to learn to live. Like they got to learn to live with that. And I want to ask y'all this while it crossed my mind. What's your thoughts on the halftime performer for next year's Super Bowl?
Oh, you trying to get us canceled? Nice
No
try, Mike.
bueno.
Nice try, Mike.
No bueno. No pun intended.
I'm a vibe.
Yeah. Brandon just went like this. Yo,
Oh man.
yo,
Well,
man.
I'll go. I'll go. Well, R&B gave his take. I think Brandon gave his take. I'll go. Listen, my personal opinion. I haven't seen a good
Don't
halftime
start, Raj. Don't start. You sound like you about to irritate me. Let me light the blunt right now, because it sounds like you about to be on some bullshit, bro. I know you're not about to say what I think you about to say.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 no. I'm not. I'm not. All jokes aside, I haven't seen a good halftime performance since Michael Jackson performed at the halftime show. So I don't really care.
You smoking dope.
No, no, I'm not.
You
No, I'm not.
smoking
No, I'm
dope.
not. No, I'm not. That was the
You
best. That was
smoking
the
dope.
best. That. Oh yeah, Prince too. Prince too. I take that back.
Prince, Bruno Mars.
Man was
Bruno
Are you
Mars
playing
did cook.
Purple
tripping?
Rain
Bruno
in
Mars
the
did
rain.
cook.
Like,
Look,
what?
Dr.
listen.
Dre, Snoop Dogg.
Nah, that was trash.
That's what I'm
Look,
saying. Usher.
nah, they
Usher
could.
killed that shit.
They did all right. They did okay. I think those guys aren't halftime show performers. Listen, Michael Jackson, stadium, Prince, stadium music. These guys don't fill up stadiums like that. They fill up halls and they fill up, concerts and arenas. But I'm talking about capturing the whole stadium with over 100,000 people there. Michael
But yeah,
Jackson.
Raj, you talking about Michael Jackson in '92? Didn't he do it in '92?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I
the
think that was one of the
That's
first.
that's like damn near the height of his career, almost. Like
And that's my
it,
point.
it
That's my point.
it ain't really artistry, just not the same like that no more.
That's my point.
We
That
not
is my whole point. We're not going to witness a great halftime show like that anymore. So I don't really care about the halftime show.
I mean,
Because
we shouldn't hold that against bad.
I still think you're not giving credit to some of the better halftime shows we done had in recent years. Beyonce,
you're not gonna act like you don't remember when Justin Timberlake exposed Janet. Come on, bro.
that wasn't a good show, though. I mean, yes,
Poor
pulled-
memory.
But hey, it had shock value. Damn it.
Of course. But I'm talking about entertainment wise. I'm
I
talking
was
about
very entertained as a 10, 11-year-old.
facts. But you know what I'm saying. Oh man. Listen, I'm allowed to have my opinion, gentlemen.
No.
Michael Jackson is the greatest performer of all time.
Yeah.
you're not gonna argument from me on that. All I'm saying is that I don't think he did the greatest Super Bowl halftime of all time. I think it was for what he was at the height that he was at in 1992. I thought it was a bit mid, if you want to ask me.
Whoa.
And he sung the tracks. Takes
Ah,
away from the live performance.
I can't.
And then you got ones that we don't remember. Like I'm looking here, Boys II Men, Smokey Robinson, Martha Reeves, The Temptations, and Queen Latifah.
The shows are
Yeah.
are catered towards like
Aerosmith, NSYNC, Britney Spears,
non-sports
Big
fans.
Aerosmith was good. I remember that one.
Yeah, Aerosmith was good. I do remember that too.
I'm just glad we're not getting shirtless Rolling Stones anymore.
That actually, well, besides them being shirtless, they actually
I'm good on that now. I don't.
they actually put up.
I would take
Please put a shirt on.
Okay,
I would take Queen featuring Adam Lambert.
that wasn't good. I think that was the one.
What?
When did that happen?
Yeah, I want to say back in 2012, 2010.
No, no, that was probably like damn near around the time that the movie was getting ready to come out when they started working with him.
Which
Oh,
are
okay.
I got the whole list of everyone who performed right in front of me at the Super Bowl. Like, which artists were you talking about?
You said Queen and Adam Lambert, right?
No. I said I wouldn't mind seeing them.
Oh,
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. But here's the deal. Going back to Bad Bunny. Most of us don't speak Spanish, right? Or if we do, we speak very limited Spanish.
See,
So I think it's going to be a
No.
different. And like I said, I'm trying to be politically correct when I say this, but I think it's going to be a challenge for a lot of American fans that don't speak Spanish to understand what the hell's going on. So if you ask me, only way he's going to grab the audience attention that's from the U.S. is if he brings out American artists that he did collaborations with.
and he is American though.
Well, I would say English-speaking American. He needs to do music and songs that have English in it.
I hope Chan gets the bill next year, and there are no lyrics.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: Bad Bunny.
I hope there's nothing but instrumentals. I hope we get smooth jazz next year.
Bad Bunny.
Bring back Kenny G.
I even take him bringing Pitbull out with the white suit on just so I can understand something. Mentirosa.
Oh man.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, okay? Bad Bunny is probably the fourth biggest artist in the world.
and they're trying to
Yep,
and they're trying to
is.
expand internationally.
behind
But
Beyonce.
it's also a lot of retards in the world too.
No argument there.
And retards, let's be honest, they'll dance along the shit that they have no understanding of what the fuck is being said.
Yeah, you're right. But he's the biggest international star currently, right?
Yeah.
But to me, fourth biggest artist behind probably Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and Drake.
Is that an interception?
Yep.
And then on
Damn.
top of that, this man, this man, without speaking Spanish, went into a WWE ring and showed the world that he could wrestle twice. So,
After much training.
yeah, listen, don't matter how you do it as long as you do it. Like, so for me, him going out there, he's done things that many people probably couldn't believe he could do. Am I looking forward to it? Is he my first choice? Hell no. Never. But there was rumors it was going to be Taylor Swift, and I will take him over her, even if he cannot speak English.
That sounds personal, Mike.
Yeah.
It don't matter if it's personal. It's my
That sounds like you have a personal vendetta against. There's nothing wrong with Taylor Swift. I'm not a fan of hers, but
anything wrong with her. I just gave her credit. I just said she's like the second biggest
What are
artist.
we even arguing here? What are we even wasting time here for? Like, this was not even close.
Listen. Nothing made it better than when Drake called Taylor Swift a nigga on his song. That was classic.
we're not gonna go there. But anyway,
You never heard that song? It's called Red.
I did. But back to sports. Go ahead.
He said back to sports. Back to your regular scheduled program.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're really aiming to get us canceled.
Oh,
Gonna get us canceled. Oh my god.
Oh
Fuck
man.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Matt Parker and Trey Stone been trying to get canceled for over 30-some years.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. So,
I,
go ahead. What were you say?
I do want to touch on a topic outside of football real quick.
Go ahead.
It's actually basketball related, but I think we all can agree that what LeBron did was the biggest scam job in the history of all scam jobs.
Advertisement.
Oh, his decision. I didn't even see it.
Yes.
Forgot about it. What did he do?
Yes. Okay, so he made this big fuss about his decision part 2, right?
I did.
Now, I knew it was going to be some janky stuff because it was like, oh, it's going to be at this time. Make sure you guys tune in. But it was on no channel. It was online. It wasn't on no TV channel. It wasn't on ESPN. It wasn't on ABC like it was last time. None of that crap. Sports, nothing, right? So I said, it's going to be something janky. Watch it be a commercial. But I was kind of rolling with it. So I'm like, you never know. LeBron might try to do something that is for the fans, right? So then all of a sudden, he announced on Twitter the big decision part 2. Long story short, he's talking about his new Hennessy collaboration. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn about your Hennessy. I don't give a damn about your career at this point because you are the biggest scam artist in the history of all scam artists. Because I waited for this. I waited for this moment. And you know what? There's a class action lawsuit against them with fans that said they paid $800 for tickets. $800 for some damn tickets.
holy shit,
So
bro!
they can go
so bad.
watch him in his last year, and those tickets are now not worth. They're not worth anything. So I have a problem with that. LeBron James, you deserve to. You know what? Never mind. But anyway, LeBron James, you need help. This is year 23. You need to grow up.
Oh, that saves everything. That's gonna be end of half. He was out of bounds. That clock's 0. Thank God. Thank fucking God.
Wow.
Oh, he definitely touched out of bounds first.
So eight. Oh, because you're saying the tickets. Because I seen the tickets went up for like his last few games.
Yes. So this is year 23. Everyone's conspiracy theory saying, oh, well, hey, he's going to retire. He's going to announce his retirement, so on and so forth, right? So the tickets went all the way from a couple of $100, like maybe $100 a ticket, to now $800 per ticket. And LeBron James still to this day have not announced his retirement. So they dropped the price back down, and here we are, just dealing with the consequences. I'm glad I didn't fall for it, but I'm just saying the fans that did fall for it, you guys are fools because this is LeBron trolling.
Mm,
Unfreaking believable. I can't believe this.
mm.
Yo, I can't. Holy shit. Oh, I can't believe we're only down 14.
Oh man.
Oh, still plenty of time for them to Falcon, I guess.
Well, at least it's halftime now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still got time. They still got time. Especially considering they took that touchdown back. That was crazy. His whole foot was out.
Oh man, that is wild.
And also, by the way, the Bears are beating the Commanders, if anybody cares. 13,
See, 13 zip.
13 zip. And yeah, Jaden Daniels looking crazy right now.
Oh man.
He should have stayed out a couple more weeks.
Oh, he
I don't think his knee's still
back.
over.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. So I wanted to talk about the Titans coach getting fired.
Yes.
Uh, does anyone think them getting another coach is going to help this team?
No.
Nope. This team is cooked.
Yeah, they done.
I mean, for Christ's sake, your quarterback says you're ass. Like,
Yeah.
he went up there and said, "We're ass." Like, we're ass. Like, what else?
Yeah, he definitely did. He had a Tua Tagovailoa moment.
Bro.
At least he's a rookie. He's a veteran saying that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see it happening. I don't see them getting better. Excuse me. I don't see them being able to do anything that's better. It's just another mark on the coach caravan, if you will. It's
Right.
going to still be bad. Not going to get better.
All right.
But they have to make changes though, because like unlike the Jets, they know that if they don't make changes, they're going to revolt.
True.
So getting rid of the coach, even though it doesn't really change anything, it's at least change. It's something. And I'm surprised I haven't seen an announcement yet that Aaron Glenn is fired because that performance in London, if there's no other, opportunity to fire him, this is the time. But it's unfortunate because I actually like the guy. I actually like Aaron Glenn.
Absolutely.
He's just with a terrible organization like the Jets.
So, yeah, I mean, so before we get into our final segments here, we go over next week's games, the player segment, and a text that we have to discuss from last week. Or anything else anyone else wants to cover before we move on to those segments?
No, that's it.
Okay. Oh, one more thing. I didn't get to go in this week. I'm gonna save it for next week. But fuck the Cleveland Browns. So we're going into week 7 now. So We're gonna do our weekly picks. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati on Thursday night.
We rolling with Pittsburgh, man.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh for the sweep. Rams at Jacksonville, 9:30 in London.
Ooh,
Jacksonville.
London's getting a good one. That's
Yeah, that's a real good game. I like that. I'm rolling with Jacksonville because they're Jackson. They're the London Jaguars.
I like that. I
Give me,
like
give me
that.
the Rams.
I'm gonna go with Jacksonville too.
I'm gonna take the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams in this one. I don't even want to read this one.
Oh crap! What?
Carolina at the Jets.
Whoa.
Oh, come on, man. Look, I'm rolling with Carolina. I hope this team doesn't win another game ever, man. I'm pissed off with the damn Jets. I hope they lose all 17 games. I'm rolling with the Panthers.
That was a stress pick, huh?
Yeah, I felt bad. I don't know, man. I hate this team sometimes. I don't even know why I like this team.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
You know, I want to pick the Panthers.
Don't do it, Mike. Don't do it. Just say the Panthers and just move on to the next one, man. We don't want to even hear it. He threw 45 yards. He had negative 10 yards. We threw more passes. We had more yards than him. And we were sitting on the couch watching the damn game at 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to hear anything. This team is horrible.
I took a nap.
Exactly. Most people were asleep. And we had more yards than Justin Fields. This is ridiculous.
All right.
My man got sacked 9 times. 9.
All right, I'll pick the Panthers then.
Please. We're not winning the game this year.
Oh man. New Orleans or Chicago?
I'm rolling with Chi-Town, man. They're balling. Their defense is stepping up.
Yeah.
I agree.
Damn, where'd R&B go?
I don't know where he went. Hopefully he didn't do that shit again where it won't let him back in. Did that to him a couple weeks ago.
Grounded pat. Oh, they got him.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going with Chicago. Oh God, I don't want to read this one either.
What is it?
Miami at Cleveland.
Flex that game till May.
Yeah. Put that on.
I'll watch that then.
Yeah, and don't even put it on the national channels. Put it on like Lifetime.
I seen a meme that said that said that Denver and the Jets should be on the Weather Channel.
Put on Telemundo.
Oh, like the Weather Channel.
Oh man, yeah, they need to switch it up.
But I'm gonna take Miami though.
Okay.
Cleveland's just so bad. I mean, Miami's not much better, but I've seen more willpower from them than I have from Cleveland.
Yeah, I definitely see some positivity. So I gotta give it to Miami. I'm gonna go with Miami as well.
I'm gonna take Cleveland. I think the defense is just gonna be all over Tua.
Oh man, damn, I forgot. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna have to switch my pick because Tua and CTE.
I feel like Denzel Ward is gonna be all over Waddle, and that's gonna force him to read a second guy, and then Miles Garrett's gonna be there.
Right. Yeah.
Las Vegas at Kansas City.
Kansas City in a boat race.
That's a Kansas City game right there.
Yeah, I agree. Philly at Minnesota.
Oh, I hope Philly loses. I'm going with Minnesota.
I think is JJ McCarthy back?
No, not yet. I don't know. He might be back next week because they go on their bye week. Or they went on a bye week last week.
I'm taking Philly in that one. Taking Philly in that one. New England at Tennessee. I'm going
Ooh.
New England.
I'm rolling with New England. I don't think
Yeah.
Tennessee's a real team.
Here
They're
we
like
go.
they're like ICDC college.
Uh,
Oh man.
Giants at Denver.
Uh, I'm rolling with the Giants, man. I like what they got, even though the defense of Denver is
Yeah, I
legit.
feel like Giants gonna pull that out.
They're gonna find a way to win.
Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Colts at Chargers.
This one's tough.
Um,
I'm gonna
Been
take,
winning a lot lately. I'm taking the Chargers.
okay.
I'm gonna take the Colts.
I'm going with the Colts. I don't think the Chargers are as solid as people think they are. Unfortunately,
Nah,
because
they're definitely not. The
they've been losing games. That's like
I just think Indianapolis is the hotter team. That's it. That's all. No real rhyme or reason, just that.
Washington at Dallas.
I'm rolling with Washington. Dallas, I don't like their defense. Their defense is Swiss shoes.
I agree with Washington.
I'm gonna take Dallas. I feel like Washington is also very underperforming right now.
True.
You're right. Green Bay at Arizona.
Gotta
Green Bay.
go with Green Bay.
I agree. Green Bay. Atlanta at San Francisco.
I hate to
Atlanta.
say it, but if Brock Purdy, if he ain't back, I'm rolling with Atlanta. Atlanta's defense
Now,
is
look
back.
at this. I didn't get to mention this, but they're down. They're down 5 wide receivers. They're down George Kittle. They're down Fred Warner and
Yep.
and Bosa. All those players, all the top guys are hurt. And then if Purdy's not playing them too. Hey, they're lucky to be 4-2. And I'm taking Atlanta.
Right.
Ooh, another next Monday, another double header, but it's a good one. Well, the first game was Buccaneers at Lions.
Oh, that's a good game. I'm gonna roll with the Lions. I think the Lions gonna have a bounce back game. I think they need this game. Not saying that the Bucks aren't good, but it's the fact that the Lions really need to start winning the game. So I'm gonna go with the Lions.
See, this one's a little tough because if that secondary is still bad, Baker's got a shot. But on the other hand, they're also beat up with injuries, so it can go either way. But you know what? I think the Lions get back to their winning ways. I don't see the Bucks getting to 6-1. What do you think, Brandon?
I feel something tells me the Lions gonna shoot themselves in the foot, and the Bucks are just gonna play mistake-free football. If Baker's gonna make another "I'm that guy" play, and I'm taking the Bucks.
Okay.
Texans at Seahawks. Sleepy time. Shit starts at 10 p.m.
I like the Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks.
You know, I think the Texans have a little life. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take a little gamble. I'm gonna go. Give me the Texans.
Okay.
Ravens and Bills are both off next week.
Mm-hmm.
We need it.
You know. So, all right, who y'all got for y'all player this week?
What's that?
Who do you have for past player that you used to like to watch?
Man, you know what? I gotta go with my man. I don't know if I said this before. I probably did. But Randy Moss is my favorite wide receiver of all time.
Okay.
I mean, there was like he put up video game stat numbers, um, and he was entertaining to watch. You know what I'm saying? He definitely did a lot for the culture. Like there was a lot of collaborations he did with Nike, and he was just one of those type of dudes that was just like always visible. And one of the first wide receivers that I remember that was like famous. There was other wide receivers, but I'm talking about like superstar famous. So I gotta go with I gotta roll with my guy, Randy Moss.
I was keeping it wide. I'm gonna keep it wide receiver, man. I go Megatron, bro.
That's yeah, he's another one.
I mean, that guy is just amazing. With I mean, some of the numbers he put up in such a short time can
Yeah.
still not be replicated. Like it is crazy. Megatron was that dude. I'm going with him. Calvin Johnson.
I'd also picked a wide receiver, but my guy's not nearly as big named or successful as those guys. I picked. I was like, Baker could use some help with all these guys injured. I was like, who's a cool Bucks wide receiver from the past? That'd be cool to see right now. I'd like to see Joe Jaravicious.
Oh wow!
I think he would be a savvy runner for Baker and can get open in the intermediate routes and would help him in this time of he's doing a lot of the shit by himself.
Absolutely. Well, boys, I don't know where R&B went, but that's another week, another episode. Raj, I wanted to talk to you off screen quick. So as soon as this video ends, don't go off yet.
Okay.
So just ask you a quick question. So definitely you're going to tune in. We'll be back next week with another episode of Nerdcamp Sports. Is there anything you guys want to add before we close out?
Go Bills.
And and I hope the Jets lose the rest of the season.
Hey,
I'm
The
dead
duality
serious.
of man.
Like I want them to get the number one pick. I hope they lose for the rest of the season. I don't want not
That's the
one win.
inside track, my friend.
oh man. Well, we'll be here. We hope everyone has a good week. And like I always say, be better than you were yesterday, but be prepared tomorrow to be better than you are today. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.